Hello,
Hello,
how are you?
good morning.
Good afternoon.
How was your day?
So far, so good.
Brilliant, brilliant.
You are in Australia?
Yeah,
The lovely Miss Hannah Miles. It must be a year and a half since we've spoken.
yeah, I think it has been. Yeah, it has been. Yeah. And you've had quite a journey, huh?
Oh, yeah?
I
Have you
see
seen?
snippets on Facebook.
Yeah, you've seen some journey?
So, what got you into breatharianism and going down that path? Did it just sort of, like, to me, it felt like it was just a natural progression.
A natural progression,
Yeah.
right? And it wasn't the intention when I started. It was just following
I thought people
Eric's.
that went this path were nuts. I was like, why would you want to not eat food?
But it's why would you not want to not eat food unless it was something of greater value?
mm, mm. Yeah, yeah, I'm learning that more and more because it's interesting because I've been teaching for a while that that food is one part of nutrition. Like it's my spiel. It's like nutrition is from the sun, it's from the earth, it's from energy movement. It's like qigong and stuff, and that's how you get nourishment as well. But I'd always seen it as like, well, you need food, and these are the things around it. And then when you flip it around to go, well, if you bring those into the center, there's less need for physical nourishment in the body because you're getting it from prana. Yeah.
That's the thought that you come to arise at as you start to detoxify your body and your frequency goes higher and higher and higher. We come to this consciousness and awareness and awakening within that we begin to realize that we can get fully nourished from something that is way more satisfying than food.
Yeah, totally. It's interesting. I think my epiphany moment was I also talk about how, like, we get amino acids from fruits and vegetables. We don't need to eat the cow. And I'm like, just take the middle cow out. And then I was talking and I was like, take the middle plant out. How does a lower consciousness than us get its nourishment? So yes, let's take the middle plant out and, come in that way.
Get the food, get the fruits and vegetables out. Get everything out. Get only one thing: contact with the source. Let me see what's going on here. Joe, is that you? Joe Pettix. Oh my gosh. I think we've got our hours crossed, Joe. I have you down for 1:30 today, Joe. Joe, can you hear me? Oh no. Joe, can you hear me? Ah.
Don't you just love Zoom?
Ah. What a mess.
You can actually change things so that people can't come in until the meeting's over as well.
Oh, I need to put that on. Joe, can you hear me? Can you hear me? You've got your, hello?
Hello?
Joe, I have you down for 1:30 today.
No, we said 2.
Oh, no, I have 10 at 2.
Hi, Hannah.
Hi, Joe.
Do you want to switch?
Is that okay?
Yeah, we could switch.
Okay, I'm gonna buzz you as soon as I'm free. Is that okay?
Okay. Nice to meet you, Hannah.
Nice to meet you, Joe.
All right. Have a great session.
Thank you,
Bye.
buddy.
Bye.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
that's all good.
Okay. Okay. So obviously I've lost my train of thought there. What were we
Just talking about like taking the middle plant out, kind of the middle,
taking
it's
the
just,
middleman out? That's
yeah,
it. Taking out the
yeah.
middleman and then just becoming only about the prana, about the energy, about the love.
But it's trusting that, right? I think that's probably where, like, I remember looking at that couple, that breatharian couple that had a baby, and I'm thinking, what? But I also remember thinking that when I was a whole food vegan, I remember thinking that about raw food. Oh, it's so extreme. Like, it's such an extreme way. And it's funny. So for me, the reason that's led me to this path is for a while, I've realized that I'm consuming like good food and the best of the best food. And I'm eating mindfully, but I'm eating too much. Like, 2 or 3 meals, big food. And the kind of watermelon kind of thing. And I'm just looking down and going, I'm just consuming too much food and my body is holding a lot of weight. And I'm like, I've got to cut that down. And for last year, I was doing dry fasting all day with just 1 meal a day. And that felt good to me. But then, this year I've had a really like up and down emotional year of just drama after drama after drama. And I've looked and gone, oh, here we go. I'm consuming a huge amount of food again. Not overly hungry.
Again, this is the thing. This is what happens is when we start back to eating, it just kind of steamrolls and we go more and more and more. And this is where we always end up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we have to break it again.
I was justifying it with that it's good food.
We have to break it. We have to break it again. We have to break it again.
So I did my initiation like 3 weeks ago now. I did a 8-day dry fast, and then 3 days of water, and then went on to diluted juices. And I'm just now week 3, not diluting my juices, just having fresh juices. And I'm planning to go for about 8 or 10 weeks just on juice to just try and break that mindset. And I can already feel the benefits of the fact that when I'm emotional, I've got nowhere to hide. I don't drink when I'm hungry or thirsty or emotional. So I've literally got nowhere to hide. I have to deal with what's coming up, which is great. But then the other thing that I'm noticing as well is that if I'm feeling like I need something, I'll go and sunbathe naked, or I'll go for an ocean swim, or I'll do some Falun Dafa. And I'm like, boom, there's my meal. And it's really a bizarre concept for most people to understand, but I'll be swimming in the ocean and I'm like, this is like the most beautiful salad I've ever eaten. I can feel that it's, nourishing me. Or I lie in the sun and I can literally, I'm just like, sun, just, feed me. And I feel
intention again. Like you've got to intend it. So that's a mind change where it's like, I'm like saying like, nourish me.
Yeah.
Align me. Like you're speaking to yourself, but you're speaking to the cosmos. You're having a relationship with the universe that's of a different intention.
Yeah, absolutely.
You intend yourself into wellness.
Yeah. The only thing I'm stuck on, which is why I wanted to have a chat with you, thank you for your time, was just to sort of go, everyone that I'm doing this with, because there was 36 of us through the program, and everyone's on this like, I'm losing weight, oh my God, I'm so skinny, da 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 da. And I'm there going, 8-day dry fast, and a 3-week juice cleanse, and I have not lost any weight. And I'm like, this is my frustration, right? Been raw for years, fruitarian for years.
This is my frustration.
Yeah, so it's a mindset thing. I'm totally aware of that. I've done
so this is my frustration. Okay.
Yeah, I've been working on this for a long time.
This is my gift.
Yeah.
I need to change the way I think and speak about it right now. This is no longer my frustration. This is my school.
Yeah.
This is my
really good session
greatest
last
gift.
week about finding out what the bottom belief was. And it was just this anger that I needed to protect myself.
Anger, frustration, they're very close.
Yeah. So I kind of know why, and I'm trying to work through that. And I'm very good at flipping my thoughts and doing all that work. It's just interesting because I heard you say that you hadn't lost weight, that you'd set that intention. And I've heard of, who's that lovely lady in Australia? I can't remember, Jasmine.
Jasmine Heem, yeah.
Yeah, so she did the intention of, she was too skinny and people were going, oh, you don't look very healthy. So she put on weight in like 2 days. She put on 3 kilos out of intention. And so I've heard of people doing this. Tell me what you've been doing to sort of just make sure that, because obviously, you bodybuilding and weight and stuff and.
Yes. You need to first, change the way you talk about the anger and the frustration. We have to embrace that bit. That's shadow. That's shadow bits of us. So we have to make sure that we change the way we think and speak about those bits. Not sure what happened. Why that's popped open again? Do you see that?
Yeah, Joe's back again. Yeah.
Okay.
He's probably just sat on his phone or something.
Oh, I see. Like he's probably just logged on. Okay. Well, we're talking about the shadow. We're talking about the lower frequency bits of ourselves.
Yeah.
Right. So you have this place where you've got some anger, and there's some frustration, and there's also like you'd like to lose this weight. So there's a goal. So I would like to lose this weight. There's a goal. I've been doing everything good, but I'm not getting this result that I want. So I'm getting frustrated and annoyed by the fact that I'm not getting this thing. So this frustration is the part of my life that I need to embrace. This frustration is my low frequency. This is the bit of me that brings me down. Yeah. So as long as my frequency has this down bit in it, it can never be all that it can be and attract all it can be. Yeah. Because it always has this bit in it that's pulling it down. It's this tiny spot. And this bit of me needs to be loved. So I got to put my love on it. Because what I focus on grows. What I intend happens. So I need to intend to love it. I need to put my focus on it. I need to imagine loving it. I need to say, how could I love you? How could I show you love? How could I embrace this? If I figured this out, this would make me so happy. If I could learn how to overcome this. This thing is my greatest gift. Yeah. You are my greatest gift. So you've got to recognize it thought-wise, intentionally with your words, thank you for being you. I'm sorry that I haven't loved you. Forgive me for not loving you. I'm here now to love you. I'm ready to love all of me. I'm ready to love this bit of me.
Yeah.
I love me. I love you. I love you, that bit. Thank you for pushing me forward to find the answer. Thank you for leading me to go this way.
Yeah.
Because it always catapulted you forward.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a protection, but it's also been a thing that's encouraged all of the growth.
Right. Because I wanted to solve it. So it's actually something that I need to love.
Yeah.
And then once I love it, I can let it go. I can love it up and bring it up in frequency and vibration and let it go.
Yeah, totally.
But I need to love it, and that will help it to come free, the energy that is there. There's blocked energy there.
Yeah.
It needs to be moved. It needs to move freely through my body. But there's a spot in my mind that I'm looking at myself and I don't like it. I don't like this place on my body. And as long as I don't like this bit of me, there can't be any bit of me or my life that I don't like. I have to learn how to love and embrace all of it. Because there's one conscious energy here. It's an energy of light and love. I need to get into alignment with that so that that energy is flowing freely through my life.
Yeah.
Then I'm in an infinite stream of love, and therefore I no longer need to live on getting it from comfort, from food, or from sex, or from substance, or from shopping, or from watching TV shows, movies.
Yeah.
I'm getting it now from nourishing myself from the love that I can give to myself. Now, there's 4 ways in order for me to give love to myself, and I think you're good with your exercise and your outdoorsman self, and you're even working on your mind. Except there's a bit of your mind where you are hard on yourself.
Yeah.
So there's a bit of you that's not loving you. It's not being gentle with you. Now, if you are not being gentle with you, then that means you also may not be gentle with others. So if you become more gentle and love yourself, then you'll become more gentle and loving with others. But you have to love yourself first.
Yeah.
So there's some mindset bits there. There is exercise, there's food, there's outdoors stuff, there's breathing and moving outside, movement. There's mental stuff that has to happen in order for me to start loving myself. I need to start thinking and saying some things. I need to intend it into my reality. And the 4th bit is I've got to spend time with my most highest frequency. What bit of me is of most highest frequency? My spirit bit is of highest frequency in me. My physical bit is my most dense, my most low frequency bit, like the bone.
Yeah.
Then the ligaments and the tendons and organs, and then flesh and muscle and skin, in terms of density, from bone to skin, right? So the most dense bits of me are my lowest frequency, the 3-dimensional bits like rock, bone. And then to the other end, to the other extreme, I'm spirit on this end of highest frequency. This is my unconditionally loving bit, my perfect health, my ideal life, my dream life, my perfect surrounding, my perfect self, my greatest imagination, my greatest joy, my most vivid sexual experience. My highest high would be my top of my thought, and then my spirit would go higher than thought. The things that have happened to me, my experiences, are in the mind in the middle. the body on this end of lowest frequency, and of highest frequency, the spirit on this end. So I have two poles. I can always gravitate to one pole. I can polarize myself on the spirit end and be unconditionally loving with all bits of me. I polarize myself to the spirit end. I am physical and spirit.
Yeah.
But a master can polarize himself.
Yeah, for me, it's totally balanced. Like, you know, this year and last year, I really went off. I was meditating, deep meditations for 4 hours a day. And I was getting up at 4 a.m. and having very mystical experiences. And I was so in the spirit realm, and my channeling really opened up, my psychic abilities. I was seeing fractal patterns. It was really going off. But because I hadn't done the work to love and accept my physical body, I literally used it as an escape and disconnected from my body even more. I just sort of went to almost live in the spirit realm continuously, and I had to pull myself back.
And ignore. Right. So you can do that, but that's like a separate way of living. It's still not a unity.
I need to find the balance between loving and accepting. It needs to come
together. It can't be two different bits.
Yeah, I've seen that now.
It needs to come together so that my day-to-day is actually a meditation.
Yeah. I've seen that.
I've unified.
Yeah.
So you need that meditation, yes, but then you also need to recognize, like, when I come out of that meditation, that's the energy that I'm trying to carry forward into my day. And where am I letting it go and stuffing it down?
Yeah. I think this is just a series, because at the time I was eating, so I was still doing that. And what I've really ramped up, which has been really helpful, is the Falun Dafa and the Qigong, because it's the same. It gives me the same sensation as a deep meditation, but I'm still in my physical body, and I'm using my physical body to get that feeling.
A movement meditation, a yoga practice, a Qigong, like you said, some sort of movement meditation. There's got to be a still meditation. There's got to be a movement meditation, right? We need stillness of the mind, and we need stillness of movement. Like, I'm moving, but I'm still being conscious with my movement. So there needs to be a conscious movement practice and a still practice.
Yeah.
And from my conscious movement, it goes my day.
I feel like I'm getting there. Like, I feel like this is the closest I've ever been to understanding all of that and integrating it and it's definitely a progression for me. If I think back about how I used to talk to myself and think about my body, like, I'm in more acceptance than I've ever been. And I've understood why it is. It's just about sort of letting go of it a little bit now, and just kind of not focusing on
letting go of it, like giving it a hug, speaking to it nicely like your own best friend, and then waiting for it to come up and say, come out of there.
Yeah.
Come out of there. Go, speak to it. Come out. It's okay. I love you. I want to know what you are. I want to feel you. I want to love you. I want to embrace you. And I want to integrate you into my being, into my life. I don't want you to be tucked away down there anymore. I want you to be a part of my whole self.
Yeah.
I want to express you. I want to be vulnerable. I want to let you out.
Yeah.
I want to let you go. I want you to come out. So you got to really have a relationship with that feeling or blockage that you've got inside of your body. Any pain, any physical pain, any illness or anything we have in the body or life, or any speck in the life that we don't like, first starts with a speck in the thought, which manifests as a speck in the body, which then manifests as a speck in the life. Yeah, so if there's a speck in the life, there's going to be one in the body, and there's going to be one in the mind.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. So how is your family coping with your changes? Are they accepting of what you're doing, and or do they understand?
It's a lonely walk.
Does your wife understand?
It's a more lonely walk.
Yeah. Oh, Robin's joining me on a couple of weeks of juicing, which is great.
So cool. My wife's been there, in and out of it. You know, whatever's going on with her, that's her thing, and I can't. I don't need to have her approval of something.
Yeah.
In order for me to love me. If I really love me, then I'll have more love for her, for my children, for my clients, for my friends, for everyone. If I am being well with me, then that makes me well with my neighbor. So it's not to worry so much if my partner's doing this or my partner's doing that, or I need my partner to do this or I need my partner to do that.
Yeah,
it's not
totally.
about,
yeah, totally.
It's not about my partner. It's about learning how to love me.
Yeah.
And each one of us needs to learn how to love ourselves.
Yeah.
And when we get love from within ourselves, then we don't need it to have it from our partner.
Yeah.
So then we've got it to give to our partner.
Totally, absolutely. And so you're doing, like, you're eating just on the weekends. Is that how you found your balance?
I'm now just really trying to do mostly just juice, tea, juice. When I eat, I'll do some fruit. You know, I'm trying not to eat like a solid meal. But I'm not going to say sometimes it's dinner time on Sunday, the whole family's getting together to eat. I could say no. I could say yes.
Yeah.
It's nice that it's becoming a choice.
I don't think it's about depriving yourself.
It's not about depriving yourself. It's not about depriving yourself. It's not that. It's about loving yourself. It's about loving your circumstances. It's about being free. Now, a person that eats 3 or 4 times a day is not free.
Yeah.
They need to eat.
That's exactly what motivated me. Yeah, was that actually I think it's going to get me over years of
freedom is being food free, because then you need nothing. And that's when you recognize that, hey, it's me that is enough for my life. I am enough for my life.
Yeah. Yeah, I really see it as food freedom, because it's like it becomes a choice. It's like, like it feels good to eat with a family, or it feels good to have something now. That feels like more of a freedom than I've ever had. And you know what was interesting was the guy I did my initiation with is called Ray Moore, which I don't know if you know him. Oh yeah,
I do. Well, I don't know him, but yes, of course, I know Ray Moore. Cool.
So what was great is that he really challenged me. So as a nutritionist and someone that has been like head into that food gives us this and that food gives us this, and this is the optimal
for so many years. Same resistance. Yes, the science stuff.
Yeah, so it was really good to be challenged, because he was sort of saying, look, you know, if you're not eating, when you do eat, you can eat anything. And so he did a year of juice and broke with 2 family-sized pizzas. And I'm like, what? but he's just like, when your system's clean and empty, you know, you can eat what you like, and because
you can enjoy things if you want. It's not the end of the world, but you have the choice.
Yeah. But see, I still feel like I'm still in the place where I'm like, I don't know if I'd be able to sit down and eat a family pizza. I would have to break with fruit or salad, you know, or at least, you know, like a beautiful vegan meal, but a clean vegan meal. I don't think I would be able to disconnect everything I've learned so much to go, I'm going to go and eat, you know, a burger, like, or you know, not a vegan burger, but that's
not me either. That's not me either. Right. But I mean, everyone's an individual. So we're not here to judge anyone. Anyone can do what they like. but it's really just the idea that if we really overcome our food need, then that's when we're free.
Yeah.
That's really the freedom that you can choose. I can choose to eat, or I can choose to not, whereas everyone else is trapped. And then as soon as you eat the food, then you're immediately controlled by the food's physiology in your body. Because now it's affecting your physiology. And if you think that sugars or fats or amino acids or any of that has an effect on your brain neurotransmitters, on your dopamine, serotonin, on your endorphins, on your hormones, on your adrenaline, on your growth hormone, all of those things get affected. Your emotions, thing is being affected by what you're putting in your body. You're not managing yourself if you're eating food. You're being managed by the food and the habits that are all associated with those feelings that you get. Oh, I got that taste in my body, and it starts all these other things happening in my life.
Yeah.
I'm now under the control of the influence of the food or the coffee or the drug or the drink, the sex, shopping, TV show. Like, it doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
Affect me until I learn how to push it away, and then I can actually be happy without it.
Yeah.
That I don't need it. That's what's empowering, is when you don't need it anymore.
Yeah.
So you can choose to have a coffee, or you can choose to watch a program, or you can choose to eat a pizza if you want. You can choose to indulge, and there's nothing wrong with indulging. But now you've got it under your self-control, your self-management. That's self-mastery.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. No, it's exciting. I feel excited about it. And so you're part of the Pranic
World Festival.
Yeah. Where's that going to be? In California?
In Italy.
Oh, in Italy. Wow. Where's that? When's that?
In June.
Wow. Cool. How did you get involved with that?
They contacted me and invited me to speak.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Has my internet gone?
Are you back?
Yeah, I think so. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, that's really good. Awesome. How exciting.
Yeah, excited about it. So it's got me thinking a lot about the new year and new goals and a lot of new things coming out in the new year for me.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Have you shared a lot with your clients? Like, are you going to start coming out and sharing a lot more stuff about this, or is this just your own personal journey?
It's definitely, I'm sharing with my clients. I'm trying to share with everyone. You know, clients initially got involved with me because they wanted to lose weight, and I want it to be about more than just weight loss. And, you know, I want it to be about changing the being, elevating the energy. Yeah. Right. That's what it's about, really. If we elevate our frequency, we change our health, we change our relationships, we change our financials, we change our future.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we do that with thought and word and behavior and habit and exercise and nutrition.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and it's the nutrition is fasting and feeding. And the feeding is as light as possible.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly how I feel. It's like, I feel like I don't want to turn my back on everything that I believe in, that I feel is right.
And not everybody's at the same level.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you may be talking about things that are breatharian. I may be talking about breatharian things. I may be talking about, you know, those are my, you know, ultimate expressions and my greatest passions and joys and whatnot. But it's really about learning how to live on less. Less is more. It's learning how to
Yeah.
be happy with less,
Yeah.
finding joy with less from outside and gathering more from within. So I don't need as much from my relationship, but I have more to give to it.
Yeah, totally. Have you found yourself in any situations where you've kind of like opened the floodgate and it's gone too far and you've had to pull yourself back in again?
A zillion times.
Oh, okay, that's good to hear.
But now it's like I don't have to pull myself back in anymore.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So
That's
yeah,
good.
so because when you let yourself out, that's good. And then we get scared and we crumble ourselves up again. Something happens that scares us and we crumble ourselves back up again. And every time we crumple ourselves back up again, we kill ourselves. What we actually need to do is like let it out and just let it keep coming out.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid of it coming out. Like it's you, and it's in whatever you share your light, you can't be afraid of your light.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I was meaning more as well of like, just like you've had a meal and you've gone, I've eaten loads and
too much.
Like, like,
overeat. That happens too.
Yeah.
Everything, we do
something
everything on both ends too much. We eat too much and we think too much.
But something
We
they
need to
taught me was
fast on the
that,
thinking and fast on the eating. It's
For
fasting
sure.
is what we need.
Yeah. Something they told me was that because the digestion completely changes, because obviously we're not activating it as much, that when you do eat, the stress receptors don't work in the same way. So
you can overeat for sure, and but you get full faster. You just don't need as much as you used to anymore. And there's no lose. Like everything about this shift of direction towards the pranic lifestyle it's just a win-win in every single aspect of your health, your wellness, and your being.
Yeah. I don't feel like, even if I don't like whatever is going to happen, who knows what's going to happen, but I feel like I'll never go back to what I was, because I have this understanding now.
You never will go back. Your frequency is elevated.
Well,
you can take back an older frequency, and you can start thinking and talking about the lower, but it won't feel good.
Yeah, for sure.
Now that you've brought yourself up to a higher frequency, a higher vibration, a higher energy, a higher thought, an elevated thought, a more oneness approach to humanity, all this global consciousness, part of that. I'm a bit of it all. I'm stepping into that. I'm becoming a part of all of that. That's an intention. That's a shift of intention.
And the other question I had for you is like, so how was your energy? How long was it taking you to get your energy up? Because obviously you're very physical. Did you find that you were a bit weak at the start and then you kind of built your energy up, or was it always? It
always kind of goes in waves and pulses, always in pulses. You go for a bit and then you need to rest, and then you go for a bit and you need to rest. And sometimes, I'm on the gym floor for a lot. So then I'll just hit my bed, lie down for 30 minutes or an hour. If I need 90 minutes, sometimes if I need to just rest, but meditate.
Yeah.
That's how I rebuild. The meditation is where
sleep stopped as well, because I'm finding that I'm not sleeping as much.
Not sleeping as much. I only sleep 6 hours a day at the most.
Yeah, which I kind of like. I used to love, but I used to love my like 9 hours sleep, but I obviously needed it because I was just heavier. Like I felt denser in my body. And now I'm like, I go to bed at about 8:30 because I feel tired then, and I'll wake up at about 3 or 4.
Yes.
And I'll just be really awake and ready. And
nice. So that's where you do your meditation right there, right? Yes.
My meditation. My
enjoy that. Embrace that. Live that up.
Yeah.
Love that up.
Yeah. That's my time before the kids wake up.
Yes.
So it's good. So I've started, I'm still exercising through this. I'm doing my Falun Dafa and I'm still swimming and walking and doing stuff. So I feel like my energy levels are quite good, but I'm still very dizzy. Like every time I stand up, I'm quite dizzy. And so I hope that balances
So
itself
those
out
feelings of dizziness, like those are changes of energy coming up into your changes of energy coming up. Those are energy centers opening up. That's pranic energy coming up, and you'll feel that, and that's going to happen.
Yeah. It's brilliant. I'm so glad that I sort of have stumbled across this, and I'm open enough and, you know, ready for it to come. You know, I think the most fascinating part of all this is that since I've started this journey, it's like everything has elevated times 1,000. Sensations, what I'm channeling, what I'm hearing, my awareness of things. It's like
self-awareness, greater self-awareness, more consciousness, greater awareness of more of your life.
Yeah, but also just the universe as well, of just having these downloads from the universe.
All of humanity, yes.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Greater awareness, really cool. So amazing.
Yeah, awesome. Well, so, you know, tag me to anything that might be relevant if you do a chat to someone. I know sometimes you do podcasts and different things. I think my internet's gone a little bit.
I can hear you though.
Yeah, because I think, because it's, and I think a few of the people that I did my pranic initiation with already follow you, but I posted you on the group and said, look, guys, follow him as well, because a lot of the guys on there are going, oh, I'm going to lose muscle. And I'm like, no, you don't have to. Look at this guy.
Cool. Yes. Awesome. Yes, you can maintain your muscle. I maintain my muscle. I mean, I'm not a heavy man anymore. I'm about 140 pounds. I mean, if I drive fast for the whole week, I might be 130 pounds, but I'm about 140 pounds. But I've been over 200 pounds.
Yeah.
So, I mean, whether you want to lose 100 pounds of muscle or 100 pounds of fat, whatever, if even if you've got an extra 100 pounds, it will go. You can lose it. Yeah. And your being that's underneath your muscle, that's not going to go. The real you doesn't go.
Yeah.
The overinflated stuff that's not really you, the stuff you've like overextended yourself because you needed to be bigger. I need to be bigger to be good. I need to be more to be good. No, you just need to be you.
Yeah.
Completely you. And when you love and embrace you as you are, then you don't need to be smaller, bigger, anything. You just come into what I am. I just want to be me.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. That would be a good video for you to do, because I think there's a lot of people that would be worried about losing muscle.
Okay, that's good input.
Yeah, because that's what I was hearing from all these people. Oh my God, I'm going to lose my muscle. I'm going to get too weak, and
fear. It's always fear, but it's uncertainty. Like, I don't know, like when you can't really talk to people about breatharian as a lead-in, right? Like people have to be ready for breatharianism.
Yeah, totally.
Right, that people need to talk about weight loss.
I think it finds
people need to talk about getting leaner, losing body fat.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Oh, I really appreciate your time. I know you've got Joe waiting to come on.
I do, so I'm going to run.
Yeah, thank you for your time. I appreciate it. And, you know, let's see. I don't know, June, Italy. Let's see.
Yeah, June in Italy.
Yeah, that could be fun.
That would be cool.
Yeah. Well, yeah, much love to you, and thank you for everything you're doing. And it's
Thank
good
you
to have
for
a
the
chat
support.
with you.
Thank you for your help. Thank you for sharing with me. I love your posts. I love your page. I love your work.
Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome.
We're all just doing our bit, right?
Yeah, we're all just doing our bit.
All right, darling. Take care. I'll leave out of the meeting.
Talk to you again soon. See you. Bye.
Bye.